Kirk show in the absence of a living, breathing Charlie Kirk is, I was going to say a sight to behold, but it isn't. People are beholding it less and less. As you see, they're really trying to pump out videos. The views they get on videos are comparable to mine, which is a channel that is much smaller. Subscribe immediately, by the way, if you're not subscribed. Like and subscribe. Before you see anything I do, like and subscribe. I love when YouTube channels do that. I don't even know if I agree with this guy. Like and subscribe. Let's go. So, I don't know if you guys know, but Charlie Kirk, he died. I don't really know how. No one's really been talking about it. But quite mysteriously, in his absence, his co-hosts, who had no notoriety whatsoever, just are trying to keep the corpse of this thing alive, and it's just sad. It's interesting because it's like, in their position, I think we would all do the same thing to some degree. You'd carry on the legacy, but it's obviously a fucking husk of itself. These people have never had any charisma whatsoever, and the thing that stood out with Charlie Kirk, and the thing that happens in general with right-wing guys, is that, like, Charlie was the one guy they had with any charisma, which is remarkable in right-wing spaces because there's not many of them. So when it happens, it's like a big deal, which is why all these right-wing losers that we correctly identify as losers, right-wingers are like, oh my God, he's so eloquent, he knows so many things. And it's just like as close to normal as you can get while still being a right-wing freak is pretty much what you get. Like, he has some social skills and he's ready to talk. So anyway, these guys aren't. Here's a video called Who is Funding Antifa Attacks on TPUSA Events? So apparently Antifa is attacking them. And you won't guess who is guest starring. Before you even look at this, can you guess who is the guest star today?
Charlie always appreciated TikTok.
But he's dead now, so he does not currently appreciate it because he's dead. Did we mention he's dead? He's a dead guy. Charlie Kirk is dead. Did you know that Charlie Kirk died?
Because of our shared values of connecting and building community. The belief that...
What is happening with the audio here? The audio here is ridiculous. I never want to hear leftist audio complaints ever again. I don't want to hear shit in the comments of this video, okay? Jake, you peeked on your mic again because you're too joyous. And I don't care. You got too close to the mic. I don't care. I'm trying.
We come together respectfully and learn from each other.
At least it's only one channel, okay, without echo.
We're all stronger. TikTok is a place of community building. It's where you'll find a math teacher explaining numbers in ways that make them fun. Or
are they doing this on purpose?
Or a gardener sharing tricks on how to bring a wilted plant back to life.
What is happening?
That's what a real community looks like. People talking, listening, and finding common ground. We shared that belief, and TikTok makes that possible.
Did they, instead of editing something, did they have an AI thing edit together something from that clip? Or it's just like there's something happening there that they weren't fully in control of.
Mikey McCoy, you probably went to more campus stops with Charlie than anybody. Well, Joe Bob, darn it, maybe you did.
No, Mikey beat me by a mile.
Because...
Whoa! Do you guys recognize the guest star? It's not Mikey or Johnny, did he say? Holy shit, in the top right corner, it's Rob Schneider! Oh my gosh. For the first time, maybe ever, and I say this humbly, for the first time maybe ever, I gotta say, Rob Schneider is by far the most talented man on screen. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but you were doing all the openings. I mean, Rob was here for a crazy one. Rob, you're never going to be the same. Once you go through one of the crazy ones, you're never the same. Mikey, give us your POV on all this.
Yeah,
whatever this clip is terrible. There's no onboarding for anybody that wasn't watching what the fuck was already going on. Rob's eyes are moving like a lizard person's. That's okay. He'll deny it, but we know.
Well, first off, it's been 2 months since Utah. And
since Utah? Buddy, I think Utah has been around for longer than 2 months. I have no idea what he could be talking about otherwise. I don't even know.
This is the left and their proclivity for violence time and again. And that 2 months after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, you're going to...
Whoa! Charlie Kirk died? This is the first I'm hearing of this. Fucking R.I.P., dude. Shit. Fuck, man. I didn't even know.
Show up at a Turning Point USA event, threaten our attendees, attack our attendees, spit in the face of old ladies coming to peacefully gather at this event to listen to Dr. Frank Turek and Rob Schneider, who are very threatening people. These are very threatening people. And so we need the full battalions of Antifa to come out to stop this.
The Antifa battalions were unloaded to stop Rob Schneider's TPUSA event with Frank Turek, who is like one of the OG like Christian right-wing grifters from YouTube. Holy shit. Like genuinely a crazy individual. Man, that guy's like old YouTube, older than me even. Like pre-TBR years. Wild stuff. That's what you get. You get 90s era guys when Rob Schneider is around.
But then all the while this is happening, we knew this event was coming up. Gavin Newsom knew this event was coming up, but he's out in Brazil LARPing as the president of the United States and also just pretending to be something he's not. He can't get his act together. And I'm supposed to believe that Gavin Newsom just turned a blind eye to Antifa. This is the same Gavin Newsom that stopped ICE agents and federal agents from coming into California, but can't stop Antifa from attacking our attendees at our event.
I already figured out this kid's name. I'm going to call him White Milk. I don't know what the fuck White Milk is talking about. Where do you think Antifa comes from? Like the fuck, like he said battalions like shipped in, like they were fucking. They stormed the beach like Normandy, and the fucking things come down, and a bunch of fucking neon-haired they-thems with eyebrow piercings stormed fucking Santa Monica Beach. Is that a beach? I don't even know. Santa Monica has a beach, right? Is it called Santa Monica Beach? This guy's scared of the hordes of fucking baristas, union workers. Santa Monica is a boulevard? Isn't it also? It's not just a boulevard, isn't it a place?
I want justice for this. I'm not going to turn a blind eye to this.
Yeah.
I want to find out who's paying these Antifa people.
Who's paying these Antifa people? Whatever their jobs are, usually. You know how they have jobs? Mostly that. Who's paying Antifa? Wherever they work?
I want to find out who they are. I want every single one of them arrested who have broken a law. I want justice for this.
Dang, this guy means business. This guy means big business. This is a tall glass of white milk talking. I want justice. All right, kid. Your name's Mikey McCoy. I don't know, man. I just... the chief of staff. Because everyone pats him on the shoulder and goes, okay, chief. and lets him, they let him squeak in the background. Okay, chief. Okay, sport.
I am upset. I am mad.
I am upset. I am mad. Fuck. They mean business, guys. I'm fucking mad. Okay. All right.
This has been 2 months after this happened, and I do not want Antifa at our
After fucking what happened? What is he talking about?
events like this.
Yeah. Rob, what's your take on that? Yeah.
I wish you would have been with me on Fox News this morning. You said way better than anything I said this morning. No, I think what we have to do is we need to have accountability. We need to find out who's funding this, because there were people there that are paid agitators, and these are domestic terrorists. I mean, it's the very definition of what terrorism is.
Domestic terrorism is when you are Antifa, a paid actor. That's right. Just like Rob. Not like Rob.
It's frightening other people. These are American students. These are people at a university, and they have their rights. And these rights, their civil rights are being impeded when you are preventing them from doing their expression of free speech.
So Rob Schneider is, of course, not a Supreme Court justice or a lawyer or anything. It is definitely not a violation of someone's free speech to be louder than them. It never has been.
Which is the ability to not just talk, but to hear. And that is a blatant violation of civil rights violation.
It isn't. To be real loud, it's not. It isn't a fucking civil rights violation. It might be like a local ordinance violation. You could take it up with whatever that apparatus would be, probably.
And somebody needs to be held accountable. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
now, as far as
go ahead.
Our response has to be as a reflection of God's light. And
God's light, which means fucking police, I guess. In God's light, which is, of course, the brutality of the police state upon the free people of the United States. That's what God would want.
And that's what Charlie was. And that's what I was so humbled when I was at university.
Charlie was God's light? I think it's more appropriate as a Christian to say he is God's light now, because when we die and we become angels or whatever, we are absorbed into God's light and we lose who we were, and we spend eternity in mindless worship of the entity that is God and is us, because we are also the realm, because we are subsumed by it. It's kind of like a soul harvest when you think about it. He's kind of soul harvesting, isn't he? We're kind of like getting plump down here, and he's just sort of like, for the ones he thinks are tastier.
University with Charlie, because he was there for the love of these kids, because he knew where the future was.
Charlie loved kids, huh?
He knew that if we lose these kids, we lose everything.
Yeah, he wasn't there for the love of the kids. He was there for the love of the kids' votes on behalf of his very wealthy benefactors who paid him to lobby at these events so that they could rule the world with their billionaire interests. It's less fun and noble when you describe it in length, you know what I mean? It makes Charlie sound like a bad guy. I wonder what he's doing now, though, after he stopped working here.
And we have to have these kids. And so while
we have to have these kids, Rob Schneider. We have to have these kids. Sounds like fucking Donald Trump when he's hanging out with Jeffrey.
Left wants to silence us. It just makes us, I mean, look at all the publicity from yesterday. I think it's pretty obvious to anybody who is not, in a political echo chamber of MSNBC and the illiberal left, who the real fascists are. We love America, and the love of country.
Who's the real fascist, Rob?
And they try to group us into some sort of weird, nationalistic negativity. Well, nationalism in its expansion is negative. That's true. But
nationalism and its expansion is negative? Do you think the way that Donald Trump talks about expanding America is fascist and bad then? Like, I don't even know. Like, colonialism, right? Do you think that Israel is bad for doing that then? I don't know. Where's he at on all this? He doesn't seem, for guy that talks about this pretty regularly, like Rob Schneider, he's turned this like Fox News thing into like his basically main hustle. He's not well informed of the world and what he likes about it.
But nationalism, when your country is under threat, is necessary. We have to love our country and protect our country. So
what does protecting our country mean to Rob fucking Schneider? What does it fucking mean to him? Because when I think of protect the country, I think of like the collective well-being of all the citizens within it being risen to the highest possible standard. But apparently that makes me a communist, right? Like, I guess I'm a really fucking extreme guy for thinking no child should go without health care or food or shelter. What an asshole. I'm a freak. I'm a left-wing, I'm an Antifa guy. That's pretty extreme.
In that sense, this
It's not extreme, however, to think that children should be victim to whatever their parents are able to eke out in a system that is rigged against them. That's not bad. If I see a guy on the side of the road begging for a fucking sandwich and I go by and don't give him one, am I not fucking culpable even a little bit along with the rest of the people that pass by? Do I share a piece of that culpability if I have the ability to feed a guy? I think I might. Maybe I'm just more fucking Christ-like than all these Christians. I guess I'm just a better guy. I don't know how that happened.
It's a healthy nationalism, and
there's no such thing as healthy nationalism. To center the national over the people that live inside of it, to center the idea of a nation, the borders, the geographic, or not even geographic, the political map that we place over invisibly on the geography. To value that more than you value the people that are inside of it is ridiculous. It's a thing literally that deserves ridicule, which is why Rob Schneider is so maligned by society in general. Nobody fucking likes this guy. Can you name me a fucking guy who loves Rob Schneider? You can't. Rob isn't even one of them.
Supporting our kids, young people, to be able to express themselves and to hear opposing viewpoints. And the University of Berkeley has proven themselves to be the shamefully anti-free speech. And for the university that really spoke to and started the University of Free Speech.
So UC Berkeley didn't want TPUSA, who has had a history of tumultuous events. They didn't want them at their campus, and so you're mad? I don't know, dude. Could it be the track record of TPUSA events? Could Could it be your behavior? No. Everyone has to acquiesce to our right-wing behavior. Everyone just has to let us do what we want. Otherwise, they're ravenous hordes trying to stop us.
Movement for all speech, not just, they specifically said not left or right, but for all speech. It is an absolute shame on that university. And historians will look back at this moment
and not think of it whatsoever. They will never. How many people have watched this fucking video? Excuse me. 13K, which is about where this is going to end up. He has 5.6 million subscribers. Had. His team now owns them. These are not the views of a thriving channel when you have 5.6 million subscribers. The kind of production they're putting on here requires way more than 13K views per video. That's what we get, genuinely. Like, look, we're smaller. 14K, 11, 17, 13, 17, 12, 10. You know what I mean? 14, 12, 35. So this is just a clips channel, right? This is my YouTube clips channel. Come on. This is dying. And Rob Schneider, not surprisingly, is one of the rats gnawing on the carcass.
The most shameful moment in the history of the University of Berkeley, and that's saying a lot.
Well, guess what, Rob? They could.
You could just say stuff. We make these big historical decrees, and these fucking four nobodies are on this podcast together. No one's fucking listening. No one cares.
Couldn't stop us. They couldn't stop you. They couldn't stop our students. So let's just give a little taste of what actually the inside of that auditorium looked like. 170.
So you weren't stopped? Why are you pretending like this was okay? So I thought your civil rights were violated moments ago. So you did the thing?
Jake defeated.
Yeah, they're calling for encore for Charlie Kirk to come back on stage. I think he's gonna. Yeah, they summoned him. Let's go.
So, Rob Schneider, thank you for your time. I know you got a dash. You're a busy man, but thank you again for your...
Is he already gone? It's not even halfway through the video. Is this another one of those smash-ups? Are there 2 fucking clips in this?
Courage, your bravery, your willingness to step forward and serve the country, to serve our students, and to serve Turning Point USA. You're a good man and a great patriot. We thank you.
Rob, you're a patriot. You're serving the nation right now.
It was an honor to be here, and I will tell you that, like, it really was that empty chair next to me, which broke my heart. And I want to send my love out to Erica and to all the people at Turning Point USA.
Well, why didn't someone just sit down next to you, Rob? That's sad. No one wanted to sit next to Rob. I wonder who this Erica person is.
Where it will always feel like it's Wednesday.
Great
connection. And the day that Charlie passed. So 2 months later, it really filled me with a conviction for love of country, but it really filled me with the Holy Spirit. That
always the Holy Spirit. Gotta circle back. By the way, guys, I'm a Christian. A good one? No, but a Christian. The Holy Spirit's inside of me, surging through me, making me rock fucking hard. For America, of course, which is the holiest thing you can be. A nationalist for America, then a Christian.
And all that, the pressure and all the tension and the love of the people in that room and the love for Charlie. And I compared it to, and rightfully so, for these young people, their experience is like Martin Luther King.
The last thing I ever heard Charlie Kirk say before he just disappeared from the internet mysteriously was he was blaming gang violence on guns. And then suddenly he stopped talking about that, and then that was it. So I'm wondering how alike to Martin Luther King he was, other than that. Like, is it just because they got killed? Because Martin Luther King got killed in dissimilar ways to Charlie Kirk. That a gun was involved is maybe similar.
Was killed and gave his life fighting for sanitation workers so that they could have a decent living, so they were able to take care of their families. And
you don't even fucking like unions or the socialism that Martin Luther King was talking about. You don't like the fucking profit sharing. You don't like the higher wages. You like none of the fucking worker organizing that it takes to get the kind of world that you're saying that you like from Martin Luther King Jr. And Charlie was certainly against all of this. Why even fucking virtue signal like this? Why even pretend?
In a way where it was decent. And Charlie Kirk wanted wanted young minds to be able to unlock themselves from this academia of that was force feeding them to be advocates to an illiberal policy of that was anti-American, anti-Western civilization. And we have to
Western civilization? I don't know what he's talking about. I guess Antifa?
we have to continue to expand freedom and to remind people how precious this experiment in freedom is. And Charlie knew that better than anybody. He was a living, breathing, brilliant
Human at one point. Totally a human that lived and breathed.
modern day founding father.
A founding father? Well, I don't think so.
And I'm so glad that I was able to tell him that before he passed.
Wait, he died? No. Fucking prove it. I won't believe it till I see it.
And that missing chair, that empty chair, for me, it'll always be Wednesday as well. So I want to send love out to everybody and all those wonderful kids who attended the other day and everybody at Turning Point USA. God bless you and thank you for the honor of having me there.
That's beautiful, Rob. Thank you.
That's beautiful, Rob. That's beautiful that you said that about me. Thank you.
So much for saying that. Again, I know you got a dash, but we're grateful you made the time. I know you squeezed this in
They have been hanging up for 5 minutes
to do this show today, and it just
Most of this clip is them hanging up the phone on each other. Not joking.
you're just a good man. You're a good patriot, Rob, and you're full of love. They're going to tell you that you're a hater, you're fascist, all this stuff.
They're still here.
Just keep making us laugh. Keep doing it. We're going to keep asking you to come out and talk to these students, and we just appreciate you, man.
I'll do it, and I'll come sit with you. I want to come in for the whole hour. We'll have a good time.
Oh, I
promise.
love that. Yes, let's do it soon. Let's do it soon.
Thank you, Mike.
I know how to get a hold of you, so that's good.
All right.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Rob. God bless you.
Finally, they got off the phone. They did it. All right, now I'll let you go. You just go on out, Rob. I think this was sort of a situation where Rob was on TV at a time, and he's like a former mainstream thing, so it feels like, what if I can touch a little celebrity? What if I can? Charlie's gone. What if I could touch just a little bit of it? And it's Rob fucking Schneider. That's the highest you climb. That is a tough fucking look.
All right, I gotta play this clip here.
Good. Is this a different thing? Are we done with the topic, or is it or is it continued?
This is the police chief at UC Berkeley. I
Okay.
believe it's.
Fuck bicycles!
Are they still talking about their show's former host? Yeah, they just want to move on.
I believe we got it loaded. Yeah, we do. This is a police chief at UC Berkeley, Yogananda.
Wow. It's not. I mean, to see a right winger that can read would be just fucking way beyond what our expectations are.
Pittman, Yoganada. You can't make this stuff up. She used to be a Capitol police officer in charge of intel. Let me fact check that in just a second, but we'll play this clip. And she is like all in on the DEI stuff. So she went from Capitol Police, probably during J6, over to UC Berkeley and became their police chief. Play cut 257.
When I started with U.S. Capitol Police, there were zero, as in no persons of color and no women in leadership positions. I wanted to be a change agent, not only for my organization, but for the profession. I didn't want any women to have the experiences that I had when I was oftentimes sitting in a room that was occupied by only white men.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty reasonable. Woke cops, dude. Woke cops.
Okay.
Woke K. Yeah, I don't know. That seems pretty reasonable.
You got your answer. You want to point the finger somewhere, talk about, well, you know what? I think that's why they were rioting. There were not enough black, indigenous, trans police officers on site, and therefore they were upset about it, and therefore that's why they rioted. That's clearly what's happening.
No police officers should exist. That was a liberal, but that's okay. I know they can't understand the difference.
Yeah.
Well, check this out. So she's the chief of police at UC Berkeley now.
Great. Just a quiet chuckle. Excellent content.
Yogananda Pittman.
Good. I can listen to him fucking not be able to read, too. This is chock full of stuff.
And she was in charge of intelligence for the U.S. Capitol Police before and during J6 and became acting chief.
Just repeating
and
himself.
then, apparently Chief Sund from J6 said that she failed to warn of planned J6 violence.
Jeez.
So look at this. All the weird connecting dots. Throw her.
Plan to warn of J6 violence. Do you think that there were... Okay, so you think that Donald Trump coordinated violence on January 6th? It was a failure of the cops to stop right-wing freaks? I need to understand. How do you play both sides of that one?
Her picture up there if you could. Just keep it up there because
Well, so it really is like an institutional thing. We talked a
Keep
little
it up there because she's black. That's it. It's the whole thing. She's a black lady, so you're like, yeah, she's got to be incompetent, which is not surprising from the racist Charlie Kirk show. A legacy of racism.
bit about the UC Davis attack when they broke all the windows. And yesterday on Turning Point Tonight, we lit up Gary May, who's the chancellor over there, who before that event put out a video saying, hey, by the way, I know we all hate these people, but we're legally obligated to have them on campus. What would have been a correct response is, hey, by the way, we uphold the culture of free speech at this university. He didn't need to say we agreed with them. He didn't need to say anything other than this is going to happen, but instead said, all of you people that your feelings are hurt that these people are here, I agree with you, and unfortunately my hands are tied by the law and I have to let them speak.
So you didn't like the free speech of the person letting you have your free speech? That's crazy. So the people doling out this kind of thing don't also get to have free speech? Like she doesn't get to have a fucking opinion about your dumbass? I don't know, man. It just sounds like your butt hurt that other people's free speech said ill of you because you're trash. I don't even know any of their fucking names, and neither do you.
This happens every single time we go to a UC school. UCLA was the same way. They had some weird list that you had to be on like a week in advance so that you can get into the event, and that's why the event was half full because they stopped everybody prematurely from coming to the thing. And it's a systematic problem, specifically at the
It's a systematic problem that the university wanted to catalog the people entering their space. Same guys that talk about like law and order and security and blah blah blah, you know. Now when it's employed and you don't like it, it's prohibitive to you and your movement.
UC schools, and it seems to be evidenced by, at least in part, the DEI police chief they've got over there.
DEI police chief? You're the DEI guy on the fucking panel, man. Come on. This is crazy. All right. I'm glad that's over. So that's what's happening. You're going to see this just fucking continue to fucking tank. There's no talent at the Charlie Kirk show. They have literally nothing going on. It's just over. I mean, it'll limp on for as long as they have a little cash, and they'll slowly pare down and everything, and they'll just leave it. And it'll just be a channel on the internet that's dead. Another one. All right, subscribe immediately. Let's get more views than the Charlie Kirk show. Their last video got like 5K. We can do that. We can do it.